So the ASAP methodology, in which there are 5 pages. Yesterday I already told you that 5 pages are the first is the project preparation that we already discussed. Second one is the business blueprint. Uh, then third one is the realization phase, and fourth one is the final preparation phase and the go live and support. So right now we are going to the business blueprint phase. Business blueprint phase, in which client is directly coordinate with the business. Okay, so or you can say it is the requirement gathering. It is requirement gathering. Requirement gathering. So requirement gathering means what? So respective model consultant will go to the business core user and ask the question, or they try to understand the business process. Okay, so consultant will ask the question to core user to understand the business process. Okay, so requirement gathering is very important, because whatever the information given by the core user or business, that information we have to be implemented in the SAP. So if we ask the many question and we are understanding that business process, that is very important. So in the business blueprint phase, we create the 3 types of document. Okay, in which types of document? Number 1 is the as is document. Okay, number 1 is the as is document. As is document. As is document means, or it can say, we can say it as a as is document means as it is. As it is means whatever the information given by the core user, that we can go to the core user on daily basis, and every day we supposed to be prepare the as it is document. Means how they running the business, what are the information is there, how many question, whatever the question we ask, that question that they supposed to be prepare. And next document is the to be document. To be document means to be document. To be document means how the client business, or we can say whatever the business is there, how that business supposed to be involved into the, we can present in SAP system. Okay, so it means that how the client business, or we can say how present business process is going to be in SAP system. Okay, you are getting my point. So to be means, to be document means we can show to the business or client or the core user how the present business process is going to be in SAP. Okay, and the third document is that gap analysis. gap analysis means we discuss in the early in the advantages of SAP. SAP has the tailor-made solution, right? In advantages we have discussed SAP has the tailor-made solution. So tailor-made solution means if SAP that customer has any business process and that business process is not fulfilled as per the SAP standard. Okay, if that business process is not fulfilled as per the SAP standard, then we go for the gap analysis document and prepare the gap document. Okay, if we can, if client current business not fulfill as per SAP standard, then we go for gap analysis document. And then what happens in gap analysis document? What we will do, whatever the information is there, that if that business process is not fit in SAP, then we will go to the technical team, that is ABAP, and we will tell them our business requirement. What is the business requirement? We will give the input from our end, and as per that, I mean, as a functional consultant, we will give their all the detail like functional specification and all to the ABAP or technical team, and we fulfill that gap analysis document. Okay, so after preparing this document, we will send document sign off document for the sign off to the business. Sign off. Okay, sign off to business. So we need the sign off from the business. So once that did, so to prepare the as is to be and gap analysis document, the tenure is 2 months. Tenure is 2 months. Okay, so after preparing all these documents, we have to be sent to the core user. For what? They supposed to be, what they will do, they find the whatever the gap is there. Okay, so that they supposed to be check what is the document we prepare as is to be and gap analysis and take the approval. Okay, take the approval from their management, and send the sign off document. Sign off document. So to take that sign off document and all, it will take the 1 month. The duration tenure for this sign off document is the 1 month. So what is the total tenure for the gap analysis document? For the business blueprint phase, 3 months, na? Tenure is the 3 months, right? Okay. It may be slightly changed, maybe 4 months or 5 months. It depends on the project, but ideally for the domestic project, gap the business blueprint phase is the 3 months. So till now, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. So once we got the sign off, then we will go for the next step, that is the realization phase. Realization phase means we do the actual configuration in the system. Okay. So like we create the sales organization, right? So from that to be document, or we can say from the business blueprint phase, we got to know that as is document in 2B. In 2B document, we will as per their discussion, we supposed to be tell them that this much sales organization required, how much plant is required, how many distribution channel is required. So all information we supposed to be get. Then we go jump into the realization phase. So realization phase is nothing but the configuration, or we can say mapping. Okay, mapping the client business. Okay, so what we can say realization means what we can say, it is nothing but, or it is the process of mapping or configuring business process into SAP system. Okay, so we actually come into the system in the realization phase, right? So realization phase, it is the process of mapping or configuration of business process into the SAP system. Okay, so in the realization phase there are two types of configuration. Types of configuration. Number one is the, what you can say, it is the baseline configuration. And second one is the final configuration. Then what is the baseline configuration? So baseline configuration in which only one model is available. So let's say for example SAP SD module is there. So to create the sales organization, whether we need the other module, to create the distribution channel, whether we need to other module, define the division, or create the sales office, sales group, whether we need to depends on other module. No, we can do the individually. So we can say only in which only one module is involved. Okay, and so it means that there is no dependencies on other module. Okay, but in the final configuration, here, as we already discussed, one of the advantages of SAP, it is highly integrated to the other module. So some portion is there, or we can say integration like SD FI integration, SDMM integration is there. So in this case, we have to, both the model people supposed to be sit together and do that particular configuration, like credit management related and all. Okay, so in which we need to depend on the other model consultant. Okay, so in which there is dependencies on other model. Let's say for example we can say if credit management is there, so you don't worry about that. Right now credit management is there. Then third party process is there. So these are just examples. We will learn in details later on, but just remember that. So final configuration means in which we need to depend on the other module and get it done. Okay, so so I already told you. So whatever the changes is there, okay, whatever the changes is there, that is stored in the that is saved in the TR, transport request. Okay, so what is the transport request? what is the transport request? What exactly happens in the transport request? Okay, so whatever the changes, okay, so transport request is nothing but the configuration change. Okay, change can be moved from one server to another server, right? So we have learned the landscape, right? In the landscape we have the development server, quality server, and production server. So whatever the configuration we will do, let's say it's the client is 100, that configuration we supposed to be moved to the quality server. Okay, so we no need to again configure in the quality server. That number will be generated. We already have that number, that is PR number, right? In that is transportation request number. So in that number, that what will happen? We can move that from one server to the other server. Okay, so once configuration is done, because realization phase is the completely configuration and mapping process, right? So once that configuration done, that we can be moved from the development server to the quality server, and in quality server the testing will be happen, like user acceptance test, or we can supposed to be create the test scenario and all. So guys, till now, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
So yeah, tell me.
No.
Okay, so that request number is again two types. Okay, transportation request that request is also two types. Okay, are two types. Okay, number one is the sorry guys. Number one is the customizing request. Okay, and second one is the workbench request. So what is the customization request? So whatever the changes are there, that is stored in the like how many modules we have, how many types of module we have. We have the two types module. One is the technical module and functional module, right? So guys, please remember. So customizing in the customized request, all functional consultant changes will be stored or will be saved in customized request. Okay, in the same way, whatever the technical changes are there, okay, technical changes means who is from the technical module, ABAP, right? Let's say what you can say, technical changes, right? ABAP, all ABAP changes will be stored or saved in workbench request. You are getting my point, guys? So it is very important, and all this is all are the real time. Okay, you are getting my point? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes. So guys, in the realization phase, what we will do, first of all, we supposed to be do the configuration in the development server. Okay, configuration in development server, right? Okay. Then once with that configuration is done, that configuration we need to move to the quality server, right? You are getting my point. What is our landscape? Development, then quality, okay, then production, right? Any changes, whether it is we can directly move to the production live system? No, it is not the hierarchy, it's not the way. Okay, so once we move the changes in the quality system, we have to do the testing, right? Whatever we do, so we need to, so once we move the after moving changes from development dev to QEY, we have to do testing, right? We have to do testing. Okay, so testing is important. So again, testing are of two types of testing. Types of testing. So number is one is the unit testing, and number two is the, there are two testing. One is the unit testing and second one is the integration testing. Okay, so what is difference between unit testing and integration testing? So again, in unit testing, we no need to depends on other mode. Okay, so like ESD is there. So let's say we created the sales organization, whether that sales organization is properly created or not, whether their description is properly maintained or not, where their address is properly mentioned or not. So for that purpose, or we can say, let's say sales order creation is there, right? So we create the sales order. So it is the creation of sales order. It is the under the SAP ESD bucket. So we cannot depends on the other module, right? But in the integration testing, for this testing, we have to depends on the other module. For this, we have to depends on other module. Okay, so guys, you are getting what is the difference between unit testing and integration testing? Other module, you can say consultant. So guys, I am explaining very in the basic way. So in the testing, so it means that in the quality server, right now we are in the quality, we have to create the testing document. Okay, so what is the format of testing document? Okay, or you can say test case document. So few questions you should be remember while testing the document. Okay, number one is, okay, so what are the what are the test case document include? Number one is what to test, right? What to test. Number 2 is how to test. While you are doing the test case document, these document you should be remember. Okay. Then what will be their expected result? Okay. Then what is the actual result? So again, status of the document. Status of the document, whether that test is success or fail. That is also important, na? And finally, their test case number. There should be some number should be. It's depend on client to client whether someone put only that Word file. Someone may or may not be put the test case document. But it is the standard practice that we should put the test case document. Okay, you are getting my point? Till now, do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. And once the test case document is done, then in the similarly we prepare the manual, user manual, right? I will test. Once the test, if everything is okay, then we can prepare the user manual. Because if you are doing all the configuration, all the business process, we simply cannot say na ki we have configured the detail and that's all. While we handovering to that configuration project, we should be give them the user manual document because we did all the changes like configuration changes and all, right? So once that test is done, then we have to prepare the user manual document. So in user manual document, what will be there? All the step-by-step details. What business process we are following, what procedure are following and all. Okay. Then also we can prepare the configuration document. Configuration document. So what is the configuration document? Configuration document is nothing but whatever we assignment done. Okay, let me show you. Let's say what we are doing enterprise structure. Okay, so what I will do, I will go to the enterprise. I will put first what I will put the system. Okay, so what I will do, I will go to the SPRO. Okay, SPRO. Okay, I will take this screenshot, right? I will put this screenshot, right? Like this. Okay. Then what I will do, and I paste this in Word file. Okay. Then next, as soon as then I will enter. I mentioned there. I will put here in the WordPad in a P code SPRO. Then at here I will put enter. Okay. Then next step. Okay. I will take the new screenshot and what I will do, I will take the new screenshot and copy this. Okay, and here I will highlight, click on SAP reference IMG. Okay, then once that is done, Then go to the enterprise structure. Okay, I will copy this enterprise structure definition. So, and what I need to do, sales organization. Okay, so what I will do, I will go and I will create the screenshot. I completely copy. Sorry, guys. I will go to the new. I completely take this path. Okay, and definition part, right? So I will take this and highlight it. What is the path? Enterprise structure, then definition, then sales and distribution, and in which I want to define the sales organization. Okay, sales organization. I copy it and I will paste into the that Word file. Okay, so guys, one assignment to you. You have to prepare the one Word file individually and prepare the configuration document. You are getting my point? That you have to be do all three, guys, and share with me or prepare that. I will the timeline for this is till tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow or at max day after tomorrow you have to be complete all our definition part as well as our assignment part. Okay, so again I will go to our Excel. Okay, so this is the configuration document. So you also handy with that. You also get the some flavor that you are real time you are working at all. Okay, so once that configuration document is created, the final step is what is the next. So these are the process here we have to be do prepare the configuration document. So I just now I explained to you what you can say how to create the configuration document all. And one more document, guys, we have to be is come into the picture, that is the functional specification document. Specification document. Okay, so what is the functional specification document? So functional specification document means if any gap analysis document is there, right? There is a gap. So that gap we have to be fulfilled with the help of technical person. So from our end, we have to give all the detail. What is the business process? What are the fields? Like fields, technical name and all. So this I will explain to you later also. But just keep in mind that is also come into the functional specification document. Okay. So once all this thing is done, your testing is done, then our next phase is the final preparation. Okay. So till now, do you have any questions? Guys, do you have any question?
No, sir.
Okay. So next, our ASAP methodology is the final preparation. Final preparation. So business blueprint and realization both are the very important, and from that business blueprint phase is very important, because if we take the wrong information from the business, then we can configure the wrong information. So business blueprint, whatever the we more and more time spent in the business blueprint, and if you ask the many question and understand the business process, that is very important. Okay, so our next is the final preparation. So what is the final preparation? So in final preparation, we supposed to be give the training to the user, or let's say some they are using the, or we are creating the master data and all. So final preparation means in final preparation phase we give training to core user or business core user of respective module. So we will give the training to the respective module. Then also then all the scenarios supposed to be checked. Okay, because whatever they are doing, right? So, or we can say test scenario need to be checked from core user. If they are fine with all the test cases, if they are given the green signal, then the final preparation phase is supposed to be over. Or in or we can say here the some cutover activity will be happen. Okay, so cutover activity means for example, if they are using the non-SAP system earlier and they have some open orders, okay, that open order we supposed to be create in the our existing SAP system, or we can upload the master data and all with the help of LSMW is there, BDC is there. That is the separate topic we will discuss on later, and we will take the sign off here. Okay, here again we take the user acceptance UAT. UAT means that user acceptance test. User acceptance test. So UAT is very important. Unless and until business is not confirmed to us, then how we supposed to be moved to the production system, right? So that UAT is very important, and we will take that user acceptance after sign off. We are getting the green signal that we are ready to move to the production system. So guys, in the whole process, how many times we have taken the sign off? We have taken one sign off is in the business blueprint phase, right? After creating as is, to be, and gap analysis document. Here we have taken the sign off, and second sign off is in the final preparation. You are getting my point? And the last phase is the go live and support. Okay, last phase is the go live and support. Okay, so what happen in the go live and support? So in that, from that go live and support, so client is ready to use their business. Client will use SAP system. They will do their everyday transaction and all, day-to-day transaction they do. So what you can say, in go live and support, business can use SAP system for day-to-day activity, day-to-day transaction. Okay, so in go live and support, business can use their system day-to-day transaction. And then one more thing is there. Business is new, all users are new. Okay, so once we implemented, then our activities over, our responsibilities over. No, once we implement means our responsibility is not over. We have to give the post support, or it is called as hypercare support. Okay, hypercare support. Because we know what we did, what we configuration, what we configured. All this thing is only known to us because we have confirmed, right? So what we can say hypercare support means that after go live, of the project, implementation partner can support to business to resolve the issue Okay, so after go live of the project, implementation partner can support to the business if they are facing any issue, or they having because they are using first time, right, or they having issue, and that its tenure supposed to be depends on project, but ideally it's supposed to be 3 months. So guys, do you have any question?